What's going on, everybody? Just on the 2 today right now, in spirit of the reveal of Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. Just wanted to hop on, some Assassin's Creed and just give my quick thoughts on. Oh, come on, fool! Give my quick thoughts on of the reveal, gameplay, and the future of Ubisoft. I guess I've always been a big fan of Assassin's Creed, but like, I don't think I've genuinely enjoyed a game since. I liked Origins. I liked Odyssey. I didn't play Valhalla or Shadows because those two just didn't even look like Assassin's Creed to me. But all the classic ones, I played every single one of those. 1, 2, 3, Revelations, Brotherhood, Unity, Black Flag. Hell, even Syndicate was like kind of decent in my eyes. Like the story wasn't really all there, but the game was fun as hell. But anyway, watching the reveal yesterday, I gotta say, like, I wanted to hate and I was hating the whole time. I saw like a few TikToks about the gameplay and I was like, oops, this just looks like, now, let me get this. Like, this just looks like Odyssey on, reskinned as Black Flag. I'm like, you're not buying me, but I watched the full overview with Matt Ryan, who plays Kenway, and the game dev of the original game, and then the game dev of the remake. And I gotta say, like, they're passionate as hell about it. Like, they really care. They really know what they're doing. It seems like they brought back like people who actually like worked on the game before, fans of the series, to make sure it's like genuinely accurate, genuinely like a faithful remake instead of just corporate slop. And I gotta say, like, I've been trying to hate, and originally going into this video I wanted it to be like, here's why I don't think Black Flag will be good, but I just think it's gonna be peak. And like, I understand a lot of the criticisms though that it's getting. Like, if it's gonna be like $60, I think that's fucking total bullshit. It should be like 40, especially Ubisoft. Like, you've been nothing but cheap for the last like fucking 10 years, so it's like you owe us at least like a $40 game. Then you gave us AC3 remastered for 40, like, I forget how much that game is. I think it's like $40, but that wasn't even a remaster. What, you changed the lighting? That's it? Like, I don't know. So, $60 price, that's bullshit. But I think this is gonna be a generational game for fans of the series. Like, I think old and new fans can come together for once and genuinely, like, agree on something. I think this will do it. Now, we only saw a little bit, and it was like an early build of the game, I think it said. And it's only got like 2 months till it comes out. So, Ubisoft loves to make their games look pretty until they release. They hype it up so everyone pre-orders, and then the game tends to fucking blow. So, like, my full faith is not there. I just think I think the passion for the project is genuine. I think I think the makers genuinely care. Bringing back like a lot of the old people to work on this, really good idea. And also the people that are working, like the lead creative director said he's like a huge fan, and this game means that much to him. And it's like, we need people that like are making games that like mean that much to them. I don't know if that makes any sense, but like, people developing Assassin's Creed games should be fans of the series, should be fans that want to like appease other fans, the OG classic fans. I think it's like, I don't know how we've lost our way so badly with Valhalla and Shadows. And I mean, I didn't mind Odyssey. I thought it was kind of fun, but that's not even an Assassin's Creed game. Look at this, the one I'm playing right now. This is Assassin's Creed. Like, this is what it's all about. But here's my thing now. If we're gonna remake Assassin's Creed 4, I'm gonna need a remake of 3, and then 2, and then Revelations, and then Brotherhood, and then 1. Like, honestly, movie remakes, we're talking about movie remakes, it's fucking slop. It's bullshit. It's like, let young artists tell, original stories, blah, blah, blah. But if you get big corporations like Ubisoft just putting out the same slop for $70 each year, it's like, honestly, I could care less for a new setting and a new story that's just not going to be that good, because they just haven't been. I'd rather them just remake the OG ones, and maybe in doing so they'll find their actual spirit again. It seems like that's what happened with the Resident Evil series. They remade like the classic ones, and then 9 seems like pretty like similar to like, I don't know. I'm not gonna compare Assassin's Creed to Resident Evil. One, I haven't played all the Resident Evil games. Two, like Capcom is low key better than Ubisoft in terms of fan service. But yeah, my original point. Why don't we just remake all the old OG games, make them good, make them sick, make them approachable to these new gen players? You know, share the OG stories that had so much heart and soul to them. You know, and then maybe they'll find their footing and they'll be like, hey, let's set it in this spot, and like it could be a continuation of this story, or like, I don't know. There was like so much lore in these original games too. I don't know. I just feel like it's a series that means a lot to me and a lot to other people. And I vowed to never buy another Assassin's Creed game again because it just broke my heart that bad. But I totally forgot how to play this. And the settings have been good. I don't know. They just don't have the soul. It's just too, I don't know. It feels too corporate. Regardless of that fact, I do have high hopes. I do think it can go either way. You should never fully trust Ubisoft, so even people that are excited, I would really like give them all their credibility. They don't deserve it off of one like, you know, well-planned reveal. You know, make them earn it. I want this game to be like, you know, it's keeping the main story, which I love, adding some new missions for new characters, and even a couple new characters, which is sick. But it's like, you know, maybe like upgrading the boat, the Jackdaw. Maybe that could be a little more in depth now, you know, maybe like customization for Edward Kenway can be, you know, not total RPG level because they said it's not one, but you know, like let's see more in depth, like something maybe like Unity. Let's see us like be able to use more weapons. Like in this game, you can bump into a guy, if I can find it, but like I miss when you can like pick up weapons. Like that shit was so, like, look at this guy. I can bump into him and he can drop his broom, right? And look, I can pick his broom up and use it as a weapon. Like, what happened to shit like that? Look, I can beat this guy up with a broom. I know it sounds small, but it's just like, how funny is that? I don't know if people relate on like what I'm trying to say. I'm focusing on the goddamn broom too much, but anyway, like, let's have like the sea. We make it look pretty, sure, but is it gonna be like crazy exploration, or is it just gonna be like a slight evolution of what they had in 2013. I really want it to be what the old games felt like on the Anvil engine that they're using for the remake and all their current gen games. And I have high hopes. Actually I don't. I go back and forth. I think OG fans will like it. I don't think it's gonna bring Assassin's Creed back per se. I don't think it's gonna make it cool again. It's gonna be like, oh, they made a remake that was good. But it's like, and then I want to see Assassin's Creed 2 remade the next year, you know? Resident Evil did it for 3, 4. They did it for 1, 2, 3, 4. What else? Just those ones? But yeah, like, let's do it for 1, 2 Brotherhood Revelations, at least. I doubt they'll touch Assassin's Creed 3 again. I mean, I love Assassin's Creed 3. I think it's horribly underrated. But, I don't know. Also, let's not lie though. They're going back to Black Flag because it works. The best thing Ubisoft ever did was create, you know, pirate gameplay better than anyone else. You know, and then they made that Skull and Bones that was ass. And then they're like, fuck, what do we do? Oh, let's just go back to Black Flag, you know, capitalize off of nostalgia and the one thing we're good at. And it's like, I know I sound like cynical here, but I really don't like Ubisoft. I think their game developers are great. I think they got good ideas, but as a company, they're just not exciting. And I don't see them like ever getting back to where they were. Back to the actual gameplay, like, I mean, it looks sick though. Like it really, like, they did sell me. They really do give it like this, like, I don't know. I don't mind the Assassin's Creed Shadows mechanics. I never played it, but I've seen, like, I watched gameplay when it was like, when they revealed it. Like, I like the stealth in that. I think it's cool to bring that. Like, imagine like a fully fleshed out Assassin's Creed 2 that's stealthy. And I keep referring to this game because I'm playing it right now, but like, on Black Flag, that's gonna be great. But here's another thing they should do. Is it gonna be a pretty open world with no like soul? It's like we don't need a big map. Like no one's asking them to expand the map. But is it gonna be worth exploring? Like back in the day, it felt like it because games were such smaller scale. But today, like, are we gonna get like, you know, maybe expand on a few more islands? You know, like make it a few more islands a little more like dense. I don't know, make it more to do on each island. Don't make it just like one little chest and that's it, you know. But that's what it's gonna be, unfortunately. So this guy being like in the comments of one video being like, oh, it's gonna be like $60, stupid Ubisoft. And then some other guy immediately was like, yeah, well, that's what games do today, bud. And it's like don't ever, my one advice is don't ever get caught. The one thing you should, whoever's watching this should listen, the one advice, don't ever get caught defending Ubisoft like that. It's embarrassing and they don't deserve it, and they don't care about you. All right? They can make some sick shit sometimes, but they don't give a fuck about anybody but money. And that's all I'm gonna say. I don't care if it pisses people off. Yeah, I mean, the combat I think looks cool. I think it looks fun. I think it's like a good mix of old cinematic like counter kills. But it, you know, it makes you feel a little more immersed rather than just watching a cutscene. I think it's cool. I don't see a problem with the combat at all. I thought it was getting a lot of hate by people, but I just totally disagree with that. It's like at a certain point we got to be just happy with the combat. Like it's just sword fighting. We're a pirate. It doesn't have to be like, you know, anything crazy. I feel like it has that good balance of like feeling like a fucking killer, and then people who are hating on the yellow sparks. It's like, okay, I get it, but then it's like that kind of adds to the personality of the game. I feel like there's a distinct like kind of visual like language it's going for. Like everything's super like poppy. I don't know if that makes sense, but like the ocean is just so like there's so many colors. It's like I don't know. I don't hate that at all. Like look, I'm gonna block this guy. I don't know. I guess people want realism. But the stealth, I think, like the stealth is the thing I'm most excited for. Parkour looks sick. You know, I like it. Nothing really much to elaborate on. It looks smooth. It looks kind of like what they've been doing. Sorry for being all over the place, but there was just so much, and I just kind of vomited my feelings all over the place. But yeah. Let me know what everyone thinks. If anyone's excited, if anyone has any other feelings that I didn't really talk about, and if you think I'm wrong on anything, let me know. Anyway, that's it for now. See you guys. Peace.